Now, how many of you have done or still do this when stopping quickly or emergency braking? Now in this video, I'm going to go over 2 causes for this and share how to fix them. So if you're struggling with this, you're watching the right video. So hang tight. Hey guys, I'm Paul the Motor Guy and welcome to my channel where I pass on riding tips, practice drills, and defensive riding strategies. Now I'm a rider coach, a motorcycle sergeant, and owner and instructor at ProRider Central Texas, where we teach police riding skills to civilian riders. Now, let me start by saying that if you're having trouble with this, you're not alone. This can creep into anyone's riding. I had one of my motor officers come to me and say, "Hey, Sarge, I'm having trouble when it comes to emergency braking or stopping quickly to take off speed in order to get through some of the patterns." Now, when I asked him what trouble he was having, he said that when I put the clutch in when braking, the bike has high revs. Now, what I had him do was ride down at about 35 miles per hour, and then I told him to start braking at a certain point. Now, it only took one pass to diagnose the problem. Now, the reason it only took one pass is not because I'm that good, but because this is a common mistake that I see. Now, let's get into it. I'm going to cover 2 mistakes that cause this problem. Now, the second mistake that I'm going to discuss is the one that I see the most. Now, the first mistake is your grip. Sometimes riders will grip the throttle with the wrist rolled forward and their fingers pointing towards them, like in this next photo. So let's say that you grip the throttle with your wrist rolled forward and now you have to stop quickly. When you roll off the throttle to apply the front brake, the throttle isn't fully rolled off because of the way you've gripped the throttle. So when you put in the clutch, it causes high revs. In this first video, I'm going to demonstrate this. Now in the video, I'm going to roll off the throttle to where my wrist is flat and I'm able to reach the front brake lever. I will then release the throttle so you can see that I did not fully roll off the throttle. Now you should be able to see the throttle turn. So as you can see, the way you grip the throttle is important. Now I recommend gripping the throttle with your fingers pointing down. This will give you the most consistent grip. Now I did a video covering how to grip the throttle. So if you haven't seen that video, be sure to go check it out after this video. I will leave a link up top and in the description below. Now, what I think is the most common mistake is simply this. Riders will tend to reach for the front brake lever too quickly. Now, by the way, this is what the motor officer was doing. So let me explain. Now, when riders are riding and they have the throttle rolled on, and then they have to conduct an emergency stop or slow down quickly, they get anxious. And they reach for the front brake lever too fast before they actually completely roll off the throttle, which again causes high revs when the clutch is pulled in, which looks and sounds like this. So here's the fix. You need to think of it as 2 separate moves. So first you need to completely roll off the throttle and then reach and squeeze the front brake lever, which looks like this. One, 2. Now, the more you practice this, you will be able to shorten the time between rolling off the throttle and then reaching and squeezing the front brake lever. Now, this is something that you can practice sitting on the motorcycle with the engine off. You will simply roll on the throttle as if you're riding. And then you're going to completely roll off the throttle before reaching and squeezing the front brake lever, which looks like this. Now, once you feel good doing this, you can then take it out to the parking lot and practice it while you're riding. Now, when you're doing this, you don't need a lot of speed. You're just trying to ingrain the movements of completely rolling off the throttle before reaching up and squeezing the front brake lever. Now, I'm going to go out and demonstrate what it looks like when you practice this while you're riding. So let's go check it out. 1, 2. Now, I did a video on emergency braking where I gave 7 tips. Now, if you haven't seen that video, be sure to go check it out before practicing the tips in this video. I'm going to leave a link up top and in the description below. I hope this video was helpful. Now, if you found value in this video, smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Now, until next time, practice, 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 and ride safe.